everybody. Sorry about the technical issues. We're punting. Yes, Shannon, technology is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's going to be a little blurry. I'm on my laptop. The lighting sucks, but that's okay. We'll still be able to talk. I'll get it together someday. But today is not that day. Can you hear me okay, Shannon? Oh, thank God. It's not as good as using the Big Mac and the webcam and the ring lighting and the microphone and everything else. I don't know what happened. Technology is just a wonderful thing. Oh, yay, we're getting some people here. How is everyone? If you could say hello in the chat, I would appreciate it. So I know who's here. So I know who I'm talking to. Yeah, the intro looked great, didn't it? Hi, Angie G. How are you, dear? I hope you're all doing well. We've got lots to talk about tonight. I'm just grabbing questions and trying really hard not to screw anything else up. I'm going to have to do this on my phone. I had everything set up. It's just beautiful over there. Absolutely beautiful. My whole setup. I was so happy, just so happy. And then I added the intro, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't go back to my camera. So we're punting, and I'm working off my laptop tonight. So while we're waiting for more people to join us, if you could go ahead and like and share this with your friends, I would appreciate it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click that notification bell and all that. Did everybody have a good day? I hope so. I had a good day. It was a really good day. It was a beautiful day here. Is the picture blurry? I don't know why it's blurry. It seems blurry. That could be the lighting, but I can't change it now. Hi, Swifty Nifty. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody had a great day. We've got lots to talk about. Okay. I'm just trying to prep everything. Hi, Renee. I'm trying to get the questions over to the laptop. Oh, St. Louis, coolest of beans. Let's see if this will open. Yay. I has the questions now. Something worked. Oh, let's see. We're getting there. I promise. Thank you for being patient with me. I appreciate it. I'm going to try and do a simultaneous live on Facebook. And we'll see how that goes. Okay. I'm going to have everything everywhere all the time. Yeah, we'll test it out. The problem was, Shannon, that when I tried to do it privately and share the link, I couldn't see what anybody was writing, and those people who were trying to help me test couldn't. So we're gonna try this. This is not professional at all, but you know, sometimes a girl's just got to do what a girl's got to do. And we'll just wing it. We're just going to wing it. Hi, Facebook people. So we have Angie and Renee and Swifty and Roberta and Shannon, of course. We are doing the Cheeky Wench Hour, which is a live broadcast on Friday night. I am actually primarily doing it from YouTube, but we're going to also do one here on Facebook. So if you see me going back and forth, it's because I've got two screens going. I need another monitor. I had some technical difficulties earlier, so we're punting. We are punting. I don't know who's here, but that's okay. So how is everyone? Angie said it was a lazy day in St. Louis. It was a busy day here. I did some writing and I prepped for tonight's show. And then when I went to do tonight's show, the technology said, "Not tonight, darling." So we're punting and I'm working off my laptop. So any questions that you have about writing, any question at all, you can ask that question in the comment section. And just put a question mark in front of it so that I can see it, or write the word question. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're late, but that's okay. Hi, D. Renee Shelton. So I received some questions from some authors, and I thought it would be great. Nachos and salsa. I'm so jealous, Renee. That sounds so good. It really does. So here are some of the questions that I received. And I forgot to get this person's permission first before so I'm not going to give you their name. Okay. I was listening to your Wednesday night YouTube and have a few questions. Question 1, how do you track that word count? Well, I use a program called Scrivener. Okay. And Scrivener is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot write a book in anything but Scrivener. I just can't. It's a great program. Hi, Rachel. Scrivener is just an awesome, awesome program. I'll try and post a link to this in the description when we're all done. But it's worth every penny. I love it because I can plot in Scrivener. I can move chapters around. I love the character sheets. I can get really detailed on my character sheets. And if I'm, as I'm writing, if I forget, what color what color their eyes were, I can go to the character sheet and I have the physical description there, and I absolutely love it. So that's what I use. It also does a word count for me. I let it know when my target end date is and how many words I want in this particular book. And then it does the math for me because I suck at math. Hi, Editha. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So anyway, it's able to calculate how many words, hi, honey, I need to write every day. And I just absolutely love that. So that's how I personally keep track of my word count. I'm lazy and I put it in there. I don't know how other people do it, but that is the best way for me to keep track of word count is via the Scrivener app. Hi, Janice. Hi, Birdie. Next question. What program do you write in? Just answered it. Scrivener. I used to use Word when I first started writing. It was always, everything was in Word. And then I had this huge disaster in Word. I mean, okay, this is back in the days before Vellum, right? Um, when you had to format your books for ebooks, yourself, and you had to put in all your hyperlinks and stuff. So we're going way back. This is before there were programs to do that for you. So anyway, I had written Rowan's Lady, right? So this is my fifth book, and I had written it in Word and sent it to the editor. She proofed it. Everything was done. The whole book was just done, right? So I uploaded it to Kindle and hit publish. This was back when I was in Kindle Unlimited, so exclusive to Amazon. And when it went live, people, are messaging me and texting me, and families calling, going, Susie, there's something really wrong with this book. It's showing your comments from your editor, and all the track changes were in it. So when the editor had scratched something out, it was redlined in Word, it was showing that. So I went to fix it and noticed that none of my changes had been saved. I had to do 3 weeks worth of editing in 24 hours. It was an absolute nightmare. So I get all the changes in there and I go to insert the table of contents. Again, this is back in the day when we had to do everything manually. And it changed the entire novel to one great big table of contents. It was like 9,000 pages long. Oh, yeah, it was a nightmare. So I called my Kindle rep and I called Chris, and I'm like, I'm just in tears. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So he said, just send me the file. We're going to stop it now. And you just send me the file and I'll have our guys fix it. He called back. We don't know what's wrong with this book. It took Amazon's tech people 3 days, and they still couldn't figure out why it was changing everything to a table of contents. So what they ended up doing was stripped all the stuff out of the book and did an RTF file, and then they had programs where they could turn it into a book, but it was just an absolute week of sheer hell. So as this was before I had my beautiful office. And I love my husband. He's just a really good guy. He's just a great guy. And he tries not to interfere. And he has learned that there are times when I just want to complain. I don't want you to fix it. I just need you to complain for a minute. I'm just venting. Don't come up with any solutions. So he came to me during this whole, oh God, I can't remember I'm just bawling and just writing and fixing and back and forth with Amazon, and it was just a nightmare. So once that was all done, he comes to me and he said, honey, I did some research and I found this program called Scrivener. And I know you don't like me to solve your problems. You just like me to listen, but I went ahead and I bought it for you. I said, okay. So I looked at it and it was just, oh, my brain hurt. I could not figure Scrivener out, right? And that made me mad because I was really eager to try it, but there were so many bells and whistles. And so I didn't use it for a while, and then went back to using Word and started to have the same issues again. I said, okay, I have just got to sit down and learn how to use Scrivener. So what I did, the tutorial, the manual, that's not how I learn some things. I either have to hear it or have to see it. So I went to YouTube and watched some videos on how to properly use Scrivener. And I fell in love with it when I figured out all the really awesome stuff that I could do. So I have used Scrivener ever since, and I've tried other programs. I've beta tested for people. I've tried other programs, and I just love Scrivener. I just do. Who's in the kitchen? Can you give me a fresh cup of coffee, Mr. Highlander? I love this man. You won't be on camera. I promise you won't be on camera. I just need more coffee. No, and I don't know where my tea went. Thank you. He's a good guy. It is? Well, I had to punt. The Big Mac wouldn't work. So I had to move to my laptop. So anyway, that's Scrivener. Hi, Dinah. I hope you're all doing well. You are the world's best husband, and I love you forever.
Don't lie to them people.
I am lying to the people, but they like it. He's a good guy. So I hope that answers those questions. Christina Laskas on the YouTube channel says, I like that it shows charts and goals and data lines, keeps you on track. Yes. I just love it. I just love Scrivener. So anyway, so that's question number 2. Another question, she says, this has nothing to do with your chat from Wednesday night. And for those of you on my Facebook page, I do a live every Wednesday night live over on YouTube called Wednesday Nights with the Wench, and it's all about writing. So if you could head over to YouTube and like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'm doing a dual broadcast, so I'm on YouTube and I'm on Facebook. Okay. Let's see. Do you think being in KU opened you up to having your books pirated? No, I don't. When KU has not worked for me personally. What when it was just KDP Select and we got paid for the borrows, that was heaven. Oh man, that was heaven. But it doesn't matter if I had my books on KU or not, pirates are going to find a way to steal it. So I don't think Kindle Unlimited has anything at all. A thief is going to steal, right? They're going to find a way. That's just how it is. It does not. Oh, Suzanne, I'm sorry, but no, you can't join me on my video, but maybe next time. Thank you. Anyway, KU has nothing to do with it because if they can't get it off of Amazon, they're just going to get it somewhere else, right? We all know thieves are going to steal. Question in the chat. Have you ever been plagiarized? Oh, yes, Renee. If y'all remember the copy paste Chris fiasco from a few years ago, where the author Christina Segura, I can't say her name, Segura, got caught plagiarizing. What was it? Oh, God, it was over 100 authors. And it wasn't just a sentence or two. She copied entire pages. And she writes contemporary, right? Or she wrote contemporary. But she plagiarized from 4 of my books. 4. And somehow made it fit in her contemporary novels. I don't know how, because I write strictly historical romance. But she made the mistake of plagiarizing from Nora Roberts, and Nora took her to court down in, where was it? Does anybody remember? Brazil, I think. Was it Brazil? I think it was Brazil. But anyway, Nora won. She's my hero. I love Nora Roberts. I do. You all think I've got chesticles? I ain't got nothing on Nora Roberts. I want to be her. Yeah, that's right, Shannon. It was Brazil. I want to be Nora Roberts when I grow up. So, yes. Let's see. If anybody has a question on Facebook, just put it in the chat and I'll read it. Okay. And we're talking about everything tonight. Writing, reading, books, whatever trips our trigger. What is this? Stars enabled. Oh, people can send me stars on Facebook. That's cool. I don't know what that's about, but that's pretty cool. And I hope you all can hear me. I actually, on my phone, I wish you guys could see this setup I have, because I had to punt because technology just friggin' hates me most days. Oh, there we go. I had it sitting in a candy dish. and that's why the angle's all weird. Hi, Judy. Anyway, let's see, another question. Do you think it's still a viable option to try for first-time authors who write in series? For Kindle Unlimited, yes. For new authors, definitely. There are lots of authors out there who are very, very successful with Kindle Unlimited. And hands down to them, I'm so happy it works for them. I really am. I wish it had worked for me. I don't know what happened. Um, but for I don't know, maybe it was God saying you need to be wide and choose a different path. So I have nothing, well, I have some things against Kindle Unlimited, but I'm already on Amazon's blacklist, so I need to be a good girl. I do. I need to be a really good girl. Um, so yeah, I think for new authors, Kindle Unlimited is a fabulous way for you to find readers, and those readers are going to stay with you. Now, there are some readers who will not, who will be forever KU only, and if you take your books wide, you can't be in KU, and that's going to make some people angry. But not everybody's going to be angry, because I have discovered that a lot of people who read in KU will also buy your books. But if you have people who are on that fixed income or whatever, for new authors, add them to your advanced review team. That's my advice. Just my advice. Add them to your advanced review team. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm reading these questions, so bear with me. Um, she's talking about a circle of author friends. My circle, really, really tiny. I have several circles. I have my very tiny micro circle, micro inner circle, right? And there's only a couple people in that inner tight circle, and they know who they are, and I hope they're watching. Um, Then I have a little bit bigger outer circle where I still trust people and, talk to them every day and, work with them and sprint with them, and they are fabulous. And then I have a wider circle even yet, where it's, fellow authors, but I don't really know them that well. So I have different circles. So I think it is good for all authors to have a group of author friends that they can sprint with, or that they can go to lunch with, or they can have Zoom meetings with. Just make sure they're positive people. I talked about this earlier today about surrounding yourself with positive people. We all know there are just people out there who thrive on drama. And they're the kind of people who, if you gave them $1,000, they would bitch that you didn't gift wrap it. Those kind of people. Um, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Okay. People thrive on drama because they don't have, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not diagnosing anyone, any specific person. Um, but I do believe that's all they've got going on in their life. There's nothing fun or exciting happening to them or for them. Um, and so that's all they have is drama. They don't have anything else. That's all they've got. And that's really sad. So I say extra prayers for them. But choose wisely and don't trust everybody all the time. That's going to be my advice. Choose your author friends wisely. And I have a lot of author friends who write historical romance, but in my sprinting group, I think I'm the only one. There's only a couple of us in this sprinting group that I have that write historical romance or historical fiction. Everybody else is writing contemporary or paranormal romance. I mean, it's a wide swath um, of different genres, and that makes it fun. That really, truly does. Hi, Robin. If you can, like and share the video, that would be appreciated. And don't forget, for the people on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification button. I'm told I have to say that a couple times during the live. I'm still new at this. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Let's see. What other questions do you all have? I'm just reading to make sure I answered all her questions. I hope I did. I hope I did. So did everybody have a great day? What other writing questions do you have? I made myself some notes. Oh, y'all see my pretty, beautiful necklace? You see that? See that moon? I love this necklace. I can't even remember why. I can't remember where I got this necklace from. But on the little inner circle, it says, for most of history, Anonymous was a woman. Virginia Woolf said that. I thought that was pretty cool. I love that quote. Why did you choose self-publishing over traditional? Christina, it wasn't really a choice. I knew that to find a traditional publisher would be very, very difficult. I had heard the horror stories. And up until I met Kevin, I had a lot of negativity in my entire life, and I didn't want anybody else to tell me that I sucked. So I didn't even attempt to. I've never submitted a story to a traditional publishing house. I just haven't. So self-publishing, nope. I don't have an agent. I never tried to find one, didn't know I needed one. And then by the time I knew what a literary agent was, I didn't need them. So anyway, but I do self-publishing. It was quite by accident. I'm sure you all know my story, but I'd written Layden's Daughter for my mother, and that's what started my entire journey. Hi, Aurora Rose Andromeda. I love you, darling. I hope you're doing well. Aurora's a sweetie. I love seeing her Facebook posts. But no, I didn't try to find an agent. I've never submitted to a traditional publishing house because they couldn't add enough zeros at the end of a check to convince me to traditionally publish. I like the freedom that indie publishing gives me. I'm in charge of everything. Okay. I am the head CEO, financial officer, bottle washer, diaper changer. I mean, it's all up to me. I'm an S corp, but I'm the only one. I do have a couple people that do my financial book work for me because I hate mathing. I hate mathing. I don't like math. I know numbers never lie to you, but it makes my head hurt. So I get to keep all my money. I don't have to share it with anybody. I get to decide my covers. I use Dar Albert as my cover artist, and she is freaking phenomenal. And I love her to the moon and back. She's just absolutely phenomenal. I get to decide what is or isn't in my books. You notice that there aren't a lot of sex scenes in my books, and there's a funny story why. When I first started writing, okay, when I wrote Layden's Daughter, I didn't have an editor. I didn't have a final proofer. I didn't have a cover artist. I didn't know what formatting was. So it was a baptism by fire. So as I'm writing Layden's Daughter, I told Kevin, I said, I would love it if your mother could help me, because at that time she was an editor of a really big local newspaper, right? And she's just phenomenal. And Kevin said, "Oh no, honey, no. Now you got to keep in mind, his mother is one of the most soft-spoken, gentle, kind Lutheran ladies that you have ever met in your entire life." Okay. And Kevin said, "No, honey, she does romance novels. You don't want her to do this for you. I don't think." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then remembering that she's a nice, sweet Lutheran lady, I decided, well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe Kevin knows better. So published Layden's Daughter on December 9th. of 2011. And so we went to Christmas at his mother's house. And I have never seen Judy like this before. She comes charging at me like a bull who has just seen red. We are walking in the door, and here comes Judy, knocking people out of her way. Why did you not tell me you were writing a book? I would have helped you. I have never thrown my husband under the bus before, but I did that day. It's all his fault. He told me you didn't read romance. Judy never cusses. Never, ever, ever curses. She, again, sweet, adorable. So, I mean, just the sweetest lady. And she said, what the hell does he know? I've got wheelbarrows full of romance novels. So that is the main reason there's no sex in my books is because I didn't want his mother to think that I was like a dirty bird or anything, and that I was doing these things to her son, who was 50 at the time. So it's kind of hard to write a hot, steamy sex scene when you know your mother-in-law's gonna read it. So yeah. So I get to decide. I don't have a traditional publisher saying you have to add 2 more sex scenes, or you have to add 5 more sex scenes, or you have to cut this and you have to do. I don't have anybody that does that. So I am in charge of my own destiny, and I like it that way. I received a text from an anonymous person. Hang on, I'm not leaving. I've got to go find this text because it had a question. If you had a crystal ball, what do you think is the future events that new authors need to look to attend? Do you see any trend in live events? That is a really good question, anonymous. Not everybody likes to do live events. I do. I hate recording. You guys will see these little recordings I've done for my Wednesday nights with the Wench, little video promos. I think I prefer talking to people instead of at people, right? So like now we're interacting. I can read your questions, I can answer them, we're discussing, we're having fun. But not everybody likes to do that. Not everybody's comfortable with it. So I'm going to Rare in London next year, and am I going to Rare in London? I can't remember, but I know I'm going to Rare in Edinburgh in 2023. Really, really looking forward to that. But I do recommend that you attend some local or, nearby book signings. I think those are important. I don't recommend doing it every weekend because, a vast majority of you have full-time jobs, and you got to have time to write. That's just my personal opinion. So I don't do a lot of these anymore. There are special ones that I will do, but I prefer to spend my time like this, and writing, because I can't sign a book that's got blank pages, right? So the writing is the most important thing. Do you have a set marketing plan, or do you change it up for each release? That's such a good question. Okay. I'm horrible at marketing. I just really, really am. I do the occasional Amazon AMS ads. I'm having great luck with Instagram ads right now. I love Instagram. If you're not following me there, you should. It's just Susan Tisdale over to Instagram. Just search it and you'll find me. Or if somebody could, a nice producer lady named Shannon Nemechek, if she could put the link in the chats, that would be helpful. But yeah, I'm having great luck with Instagram marketing. But as far as events, there are some really good ones out there, and there are some really sucky ones out there. So my recommendation would be that you ask authors who you trust, who might have attended previously, to see what they think of that event. Okay. Wild in Deadwoods, I missed it again this year. Had my table paid for, sponsorships, everything, and then due to unforeseen circumstances, I had to cancel at the last minute, and I wept. I just hated missing that one. And so Wild and Deadwood Reads is in Deadwood, South Dakota. Oh shoot, I don't have the date. I am so sorry. But you can find them on Facebook, or you can Google Wild and Deadwood Reads. It is, from what I'm told, an absolutely phenomenal event. And I if I don't go to London for Rare, then I'm probably going to do Wild and Deadwoods next June or July. I don't even remember when the dates are, but I love that one. So I hope that answers the question about events. Um, if you can attend some virtual events, I prefer doing things in person. I mean, right now, I wish we were all in the same room together so I could just hug on everybody and, giggle and crack up and stuff. But this is the next best thing. But if you can find some online events, that would help. Now, with that said, I've talked about this in the past, but I think it needs mentioning again, especially for the new authors or the frustrated authors. If you see these ads that say things like, for $5,000, I'll teach you how to make a six-figure income at Amazon as a side hustle. Writing's not a side hustle. It's just not. Writing is, you have to be passionate about it. My advice has always been write with fervor and zeal, write from your heart, with fervor, zeal, conviction, and for God's sakes, get an editor. So those places that want to charge you money to teach you how to game the system, because that's all they're doing, is teaching you to go hire a ghostwriter and slap a cover on it, put it up. It's just it. I ghostwriters are fine. I love ghostwriters. I've got lots of friends who are ghostwriters. Okay, so I'm not dissing on ghostwriters, but I don't think they get the credit that they deserve. It's just my 2 cents. But anyway, that's not writing. That's publishing, as far as I'm concerned. Uh, so don't spend money, thousands of dollars. Let's see, who else would I recommend? If you want like conferences where you actually learn stuff, where you learn how to write better, you learn about marketing and stuff. Oh, what is her name? Shoot. When I think of it, I'll put it in the chat for you. So, but there are some online events that are really, really good. So those would be my recommendations. Let's see. Do I use draft to digital, or do you upload individually? Individually, okay? Because now draft to digital is awesome, especially for those people who do not have Mac computers, who want to upload to Apple. Okay, I have used draft to digital in the past for like anthologies where we have several authors who are working on a novel together. But I prefer to just load to each individual vendor, because then I want to cut out I want to keep as many hands out of my royalties as humanly possible. But Draft to Digital is a phenomenal company. I love them. They've been to my conference in the past, or do they sponsor something? I can't remember. But anyway, they're just really good people. And they are very handy, especially for people who don't have Macs and want to upload to Apple, or they don't have the software to format their books for e-readers or paperbacks or whatever. There's all sorts of really nifty, cool things that you can do with Draft to Digital. And I do highly recommend them, especially for the newer authors or the authors who just don't want to deal with technology and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. My covers are gorgeous. I think Dar does great work. I love Dar Albert. Christina says, I want an 8x10 picture of Black Richard and Wee William, please. Okay. Let's summon him. Let's summon him. At Michael. Oops. Or he's not here. He might be doing, I can't text him. Michael Foster was the model for Wee Williams Woman. Okay. Michael Foster is one of the sweetest guys you've ever met in your life. He is just phenomenal. And so if you want to picture Wee William in your head, it would be Michael Foster. I'm also, well, we won't talk about that, but he and his wife are really good friends of ours, and I just love these people to the moon and back. And then for Black Richard, I don't have the picture here. See, everything was ready on the Big Mac, and then technology said, "Not tonight, girlfriend." So I have a couple of pictures that I got from Deposit Photos that were the inspiration for Black Richard. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Let's see. Angie says, I usually don't mind when books exclude sex. Sex lasts 10 minutes. Romance lasts a lifetime. Well, but it's only lasted 10 minutes, and that ain't long enough, honey. Somebody's not doing something right. I'm sorry. Was that bad? I apologize. And I don't like books that have sex in them. I refuse to call them dirty books. And books that don't have sex in them, I refuse to call them clean books, because clean implies that sex is dirty. Well, if you're doing it right, it can be. But there's nothing wrong with sex. Sex is a natural part of our lives. It's just some people don't want to read it, and that's fine. Okay. I mean, stop and think about it. There's only so many different ways that you can write insert tab A into slot B. I mean, there's only so many ways you can write it. There's only so many ways you can describe certain body parts. I mean, so, but yeah, the romance is important. My husband is very romantic, but he told me if I ever admitted that publicly, he was worried they'd take his man card away. But he is one of the most romantic men. And it's not flowers and chocolate. I think of romance differently. To me, romance is being there for that other person no matter what. Just like earlier, he brought me a cup of coffee. Later on, I'll take him a bowl of ice cream. We try to outdo and outserve each other. But romance, it's like having that sense of knowing that no matter how much you might irritate your partner or how much your partner might irritate you, you feel safe and secure. For me, that's romance. I feel safe with Kevin. I feel secure with Kevin. He makes me laugh every single day. Yeah, he irritates me sometimes, but I know I irritate him. But I usually tell him, you knew I was like this when you married me. And lately he's been saying, you weren't this bad when I married you. But we've been together 17 years. So, but we're still honeymooning. I feel like I just love him. It's, holding my hand in the parking lot and pushing the cart or going grocery shopping with me, or now that he's retired, or just going on little day trips. And like the other night, he heard on the news. I don't watch the news. I refuse. It depresses me and it pisses me off. So I try to avoid the news at all costs. But our local weather guy said you'd be able to see the northern lights. So at midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, Kevin says, let's go out in the country and see if we can see them. We didn't get home till 2 o'clock that morning. But that was, and we didn't get to see the lights. They weren't, and we were out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's pitch. I mean, there is no light coming from anywhere except the dashboard. Now, in the old days, no, we won't go there. But anyway, we opened up the moonroof on his truck, and we just stared up at the sky, even though we couldn't see the northern lights. That sky was beautiful. Those stars, that was to me romantic. Okay. So romance isn't just, your husband bringing you flowers or stuff like that. It's knowing that when you're having a bad day, they know how to make you feel better, and vice versa. When you know your significant other is having a bad day, you know exactly what to do to make that person feel better. And sometimes we can, and sometimes things are just out of our control. So to me, romance is being there for each other, loving each other, supporting each other. Kevin is my biggest fan. I know my reader Virginia Smith will argue that she's my number one fan, but Kevin really is, and he's the most supportive, just the most supportive person. And I don't when other authors reach out to me and say, my husband doesn't like me doing this, I can't answer that the way I would really like to. Um, because a long time ago I had someone like that in my life. Note the word had. And the what I really would like to say to people, and it doesn't matter if it's man or a woman, okay? My partner doesn't understand why I want to do this. They don't want me to do this. They hate that I'm doing this. Every time I sit down to write, my partner gets mad. I really want to say get a new partner, because if they're not going to support you on this, they're not going to support you on anything else that you want to do, right? Or they might just be scared. You need to find out why this bothers them. Are they afraid that it's going to take you away from them? I mean, we could get really deep into this, but I'm not going to, because I might get in trouble and say something I might regret later. That's right. When romance, you're tuned in with each other's feelings and more. Kevin knows when I'm in a bad mood. I know when Kevin's in a bad mood, and I don't take it personally, because I know, well, maybe he just didn't get enough sleep, or maybe he's worried about something, or just got up on the wrong side of the bed, right? It happens. So I cut him slack, and I just try to make him feel better. And it can be something as simple as frying him some, we call them dippy eggs. He calls them dippy eggs. Eggs over easy or whatever, right? The yolky eggs. That just cheers him up. Or I make him pork chops with cream of mushroom soup. I don't like that, but that is his favorite meal, so I'll make it for him. And sometimes he'll know I need to get out of the house, and he'll take me for a ride, or we'll go up to our favorite restaurant, the Main Street restaurant in Creve Coeur. Excellent food. If you ever get to go there, I highly recommend the omelet. I defy you to find a better omelet on this planet. But anyway, I digress. So it's just things like that. Um, Shannon says her husband might be sleeping in his new shed. Now remember, you married him for a reason. You loved him once. Um, that's right. Oh, you hate mushrooms? I love mushrooms. Love, love, love mushrooms. Hi, Barbara Martin. Um, I hope everybody's doing well. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share and do all the social media stuff, because that really helps me. I see this thing on Facebook where people can send me stars, and I don't know what that is. That would be cool. I have a check mark. Anyway, I get distracted easily. I do. Hummingbirds, sparkly things, grandbabies. Love my grandbabies. The grandbabies are growing like weeds. Um, Loving, yeah, they're just doing so well. They really are. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you for that explanation. That's cool. Um, she says I would eat dog poo before I would eat a mushroom. Okay. There's only one mushroom that I don't like, and I know that this is going to sound weird. Hang on. I'm so tired of this angle. So I'm going to lift it up. Hang on. Because it's just, I don't like how it shows my double chin. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the only mushroom I don't like, and please don't come at me, because I love all mushrooms, every other mushroom, but I do not like the wild morels. You know, the ones that your dad goes crazy over, or maybe it's your mom, I don't know, but you dip them in egg and flour and fry them. I just do not like those mushrooms. Um, yeah, your entire family likes mushrooms, especially the morels, and I don't like them. I don't. I think I might have. It wasn't that I necessarily got a bad one once, but I think someone made some once, and I didn't get all the dirt out of it, and or sand or something, and I bit down, and it was like, ooh. So I just don't like them. What other questions do you have about writing or books? Anything? Anything at all? I mean, I can sit here all night. I got no problem. Um, Terry didn't show up, the booger. He's been fighting food poisoning. From childhood. Gotcha. So did everybody have a good day? I want to hear what your weather's like where you're at. We could talk about that too. Let's see. Oh, is that backwards? Can you see that? Okay. So if you want to keep up to date with me, you can text Cheeky Wench to 833-546-2146, and you'll get notifications whenever I go live or do something silly. Did anybody here get to see the Northern Lights the other night? There was too much pollution, and I think the moon was it was really bright. The moon was beautiful, even though it was a half moon. I think that prohibited us from seeing it. Barbara hates mushrooms too. How do I keep track of new book ideas? Well, I have a mind like a steel trap. No. I have, I'm not even going to show you because it's a mess, but I have a spiral bound notebook collection. I look like a spiral bound notebook addict. But I stopped buying those because I would write a book idea in one and then I would misplace it and whatever. So now I do it on legal pads, right? And each new book gets its own legal pad. And then I put the title of that book, or the working title of that book, on the first page. Okay. And then I will add little post-its, little flags and stuff like that, like this. I love these things. And so when I'm like really plotting out a new book idea, like really extensively, I color code. I have pink, blue, red, orange, yellow, whatever. And I color code it to know that in this notebook, in this section, I'm talking about the hero, or I'm talking about the heroine, or this is an important plot point or important scene thing. So that's how I do it. I also will write them in my computer, but I forget where I put stuff, so I have a file holder thingy bobber that will hold my legal pads. Let me just go get it so I can show you. Yep. Oh, it's all gonna fall. Yippee skippy, crush bang boom. Okay. So this is what I have. See, isn't that pretty? It's got a little thing there. And it holds legal pads. Okay. And so this will have legal pads of everything that I might be working on right now. And then I have this. So one of my favorite things is to write while Kevin drives. So I have this really nice little leather thing. Okay. and whatever I'm working on, ideas or whatever, will go in. That I'll take that legal pad out and put it in here, and I take it with me, and it's lighter than my laptop. And because I like to write handwrite stuff. It's like I memorize it better when I've handwritten it. Okay. Christina says, I have a pitch event for Harlequin Historicals on Monday. I have 4 books to pitch. However, I think my books are too gritty for them, but I'm going for it anyway. Go for it, sister. You don't know if it's too gritty or not. You just don't. And remember this. The answer is always, 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 always no until you ask the question, right? So you don't know what's going to happen, but I wish you all the best. Good luck to you. I think that's exciting, and you have to send me a message and let me know how it goes. Over here on Facebook, Aurora says, I used to do flash fiction, and those were often the start as ideas for new stories. I keep them on file so not to get lost, and hard copy as backup. Good idea. That's right. You have nothing to lose except, half hour of your day. And I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. You're only giving up a small amount of your time for something that's really bigger and better. And that was one thing I had to learn over the years, what to say yes to and what to say no to. I was definitely a yes girl for a long, 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 long time. I couldn't say no to anybody for any reason, except my kids. I told them I'll know a lot. But you have to just stop and think for a minute. What is important to you? What are your goals? Where do you want to be? What do you want out of life? Are you happy? I mean, we could get really deep and heavy on that. Barbara says, I admire writers. You amaze me as you write your thoughts, feelings, love, and especially when you write historical novels. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. Angie says, I'm a lover of the mushroom. My favorite is portobello cap stuffed with feta and a bit of avocado oil. I love stuffed mushrooms. I make my own. I get the bigger white button mushrooms, and then I have a breading mix that I put together with all sorts of seasonings. Sometimes it's Italian, sometimes it's, something else. And then a little bit of parm, and put that in the oven, and I absolutely love it. But thank you, Barbara. That's very sweet of you. I just adore you. I love my readers. I really do. But yeah, where do you want to be? And we talked about this the other night on Wednesday Nights with the Wench, where someone was felt bad because they couldn't write as fast as some of their other author friends. I told her it was okay, because she's exactly where she needs to be at this moment in time, and she will eventually get there. Are you wanting to stop at an hour? Oh, well, yeah, we can. That was you, Christina, and I'm glad I could help you, dear. I hope it was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, let me know. But you're where you were supposed to be at this moment, as it pertains. I wish you all could see the text that Shannon just sent me. She called me a dork. Oh, I love you, Shannon. Yeah, it was a good little pep talk. You can go over. Yes, I snorted. Damn it, Shannon. I snorted. I sometimes snort when I laugh. You can go watch it over on YouTube if you're interested. It was from last Wednesday Nights with the Wench. And we talked about goals and where you need to be and where you want to be, and how you need to stop comparing yourself to other authors. Don't do that. That's going to be my number one bit of advice to you. Do not compare yourself to anyone else, because you are a beautiful, unique individual. There is only one of you. There's nobody else on this planet. That is you. Right? Right. Let's see. The only person you compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Amen, Sister Bella Stone. I love you, Bella. Lots of us snort when we laugh. Exactly. I hope you're feeling better. Annabella. I really do. I know you've had a rough couple of weeks. But yeah, the only person you compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday, because and then we had some people who were complaining, oh man, I only wrote 300 words today. Celebrate that. It's 300 more than you had when you started, right? Every single word you write counts. Okay. I have a word count goal, a target of where I think this book should be with each new book. And I rarely pay close attention to that. It's more for me, it's like, okay, I know if I want I want this to be a really big book. So let's say 150,000 words, right? I know I have to write X number of words each day, but I can stop. It doesn't have to be 150,000 words, right? Each story has as many words as it needs. So if it ends up only being 125,000 words long, I'm not going to feel bad about that because I wrote it in such a way that that was all the words that it needed. Words are words. Everyone counts. Exactly. That is a great mantra to have. Bella says she has a spreadsheet that counts her down, but usually she aims for 75K, but the story needs to be what it needs to be, and I write until I'm done. Exactly. Thank you. You said it better than I did. But I think word count is genre specific. Okay. I find that historical romance readers really like the bigger books. They just do. And your contemporary romance readers tend to like what is a full-length novel in contemporary romance is considered a novella in historical. I mean, it makes no sense to me. But yeah. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't miss anything anybody's saying. How many likes do we have, Shannon? 5. Yay, there's 6 people here. I think I'm the 6th person. And that's not bad. I don't care if there's 6 people here or 600. I'm going to continue to do this, and I'm going to enjoy doing it. And I'm here for you. I love Instagram. I do. I am a huge, huge fan of Instagram. I just love it. I really, truly do. Okay. So we've been at this for about an hour. We were late because, technology and Susan sometimes mix like water and oil. Yeah, we'll build it one video at a time. That's right. But you can go see for those of you on Facebook, you can go over to my YouTube channel and YouTube. Why? Why do I keep putting that extra book in there? That is driving me nuts. Have I had a stroke? It's YouTube. So when you see me do these silly little video promos that Shannon makes fake, and you hear me say YouTube, it's because I'm trying really hard not to slip up and say YouTube. I don't know why I put that extra B in there. YouTube's. Yeah. If I was just sitting here talking on the phone to Shannon, I'd be able to say YouTube. But it's like as soon as the camera rolls, I start saying YouTube. And I don't know why the hell that is. And it's driving me nuts. You do. Thank you, Shannon. Oh gosh. Anyway, you can go over to my YouTube channel, like, share, watch, and my goal is I would love to be able to reach 1,000 subscribers and viewers before the end of the year. That would make me very happy. So if you all could share and recommend me to your author friends, I would appreciate that. Chesticles on YouTube. Chesticles on YouTube. You put the extra B in there, Shannon. No, Christina did that. Oh, you were too funny, Christina. You and I have got to do lunch sometimes. Yes, and watch 4,000 hours. That's my goal. 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watched hours. You think we could do that by Christmas? I'd really like to. I really, really would. Or at least by the end of the year. That would be really fun. So, but I promise that we're going to get the technology, the kinks worked out. And don't forget, you can follow me. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. my website, susantisdale.com. And if you want to receive text messages, notifications, when I have a new release or when I go live on any of my social media channels, you text Cheeky Wench, that's one word, to 833-546-2146. And Shannon, do not make me repeat it again. She had me repeat it 10 times the other night. That was so funny. I think she was actually doing it on purpose just to be silly. That's all right. You can do anything you set your mind to. And I think it was hi, Jennifer. I think it was a really good session the other night where we were talking about the muse and setting the mood and changing your mindset and retraining your brain. I would love to hear from anybody who watched that video the other night if you started doing any of the suggestions that I have. Have writing sprints live on here. Ooh. That's not a bad idea. I think Shannon mentioned it. I don't know that I'd sprint on camera, but I sprint most days. Writing is about practice. If you get in the habit, you need to write. Exactly. But what we were talking about the other night, Bella, is the shift in the universe, the apocalypse that we've all survived over the past 2 years, and how that did affect some of us spiritually, emotionally, which in turn affected our writing. And I think it was a good session. What did you guys? Was anybody here watching Wednesday night? Because I thought it was a really good session. Sunday afternoon, 3 to 5. Okay. Mother Nature offer meds threw me off, right? Oh, thank you, Christina. I'm glad you liked it. Even if I can just help one person, I'm okay with that. I love helping other authors. And there are so many things that we're going to discuss on Wednesday nights. Susan is on camera, and then we vote on time, then set a timer and announce words then how many when done. Yeah, that's how I usually sprint. And I do 30-minute stints. I write down. I love note cards. And each book I will goodness. They're all over there. Everything's on the other desk. Anyway, I write the title of the book, the date, and what my starting word count was. And then every 30 minutes, I write how many words I wrote and what my new word count is. And it just really, 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 really helps me. Angie says, I did try the noise. It did help last Wednesday, not this. I had a very small surgery this Wednesday. Oh, well, I hope you're okay, Angie. I really do. I'm going to send you a great big hug, honey. I do it with groups on Zoom so we can see each other. Okay. I'm a creature of habit. I sit at the same desk, listen to the same song on repeat, and I write in 30-minute slots. That's right. But not everybody can do that, and that's okay. Everybody's different. You can, if you only have 15 minutes to write in a day, then you only have 15 minutes. Just make it count. That's all I'm saying. Oh, good. I'm glad, Angie. I'm glad for that. Yeah, feel better soon, sweetheart. And Annabella, I hope you're feeling better too. Yeah, who knows? I might do a YouTube or an Instagram stream or something where we all you don't have to come on camera, but I can sit there and write, and you can watch me talk to myself and go, oh crap, what did I put in the last book? And then you can watch me text my final proofer, who is my daughter, who is absolutely awesome. They call her the grammar goddess. Hey, Emily, do you remember in book whatever, what year it was, or how many kids did I say they had, or how many brothers and sisters? Yeah, you can watch me try to lose my mind. I need to have somebody do a book Bibles for me. Oh, I really need that. Aurora says, you have helped me immensely, giving me the drive. I gotta put my glasses on, sorry. Aurora says, you have helped me immensely, giving me the drive and the desire to write. Where I was in deep funk, I am currently editing a WIP. And no idea, I hate editing on my own. I can edit others, but when it's mine, forget it. I have to really push to edit. I feel your pain. My chat group and I are talking about this today. There are, oh yeah, reach out to Emily. It's Perfect Pages. She's here on Facebook. Perfect Pages Final Proofing Services. Say that 10 times fast. Well, I'm glad I was able to help you, Aurora. And I hate editing my books, so I try to write them as clean. And I'm not talking about sex, I'm talking about errors, typos, whatever, as humanly possible. But when I'm done with the book, I don't go, this is awful. So do not take this advice. I'm just telling you what my process is. I am Oh, Aurora, you did what you meant. Okay, good. Did she respond? Because I know she's been really busy. If she didn't, send me a PM and I'll give you her email. Okay? All right. So anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, editing. So I tend not to edit. I really suck at it. I tend to write the book clean, meaning not a lot of errors or whatever. I send that to my editor, who is absolutely wonderful. I can't write a book without her. I just can't. And I send it to her and she doesn't find typos for me. That's not her job. She's a developmental editor. And she will tell me, "Okay, you said this 3 times in the paragraph before. Let's try not saying it again, or cut this out or whatever, or it might sound better if you said it this way." And she teaches me, and my goal is always for each book to be better than the last. That's okay, Aurora. It's okay. But if she doesn't respond, you just reach out to me and I'll help you, okay? Because she has children and school's getting back, and yeah. Anyway, I can edit other people's work. I have no problem doing that. Sometimes I like to have people send me the first 5 paragraphs. We did that in my sprinting group today, and that was fun. That was fun. But as far as editing my own stuff, no. So when Catherine Lynn sends it back to me, 9 times out of 10, I scroll through just to read her comments, and then I hit accept all because I know she's right. Then I send it on to Emily, and she final proofs it, and she is really, really good. And it's so funny because she will try to say, "Okay, mom, you have to remember, you use an M dash here, but you use a semicolon, blah, blah," and then it's like, Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. I don't hear her. And it's like, this is what I pay you for. I don't. Catherine Lynn has explained it to me a million times, but I still don't understand what the hell a dangling participle is. Don't want to know. I just want to write really pretty books and beautiful books. And with these 2 people, I feel like we accomplished that. But anyway, yeah. Uh, I'm currently 422 pages. Oh, your book is 422 pages long? That's a big friggin' book. I love big books. I do. I love big books. I like short stories too. Let's see. Except all rocks. I have 0 grammar skills, which is why I have editors. Exactly. Now, I do have some grammar skills, right? Oh, you're editing 422 pages. Cool beans, Aurora. But yeah, I don't want to, if Catherine Lynn puts a semicolon in, I don't friggin' care. I don't care about that. She helps me make the book and the story better. Okay. And I had to do a book without her because she had some surgeries and she just couldn't be there for me. And it was a real struggle. Not that the backup editor did a fabulous job. She really, truly did. But it was different. It wasn't the same. Is Michaela Jade here? That would be the book Michaela J pointed out was not my usual great books, and that was okay. But anyway, hire really good people, and make sure when you hire an editor, you hire an actual editor, not your 5th grade math teacher. someone who actually knows. And if they are mean to you, you fire them immediately. If your editor is leaving comments like, "This really sucks. You're stupid." Trust me, I've seen this. I have seen people do this. Write comments like, "What in the hell were you thinking? This makes absolutely no sense. Oh my god, did you finish 6th grade?" I mean, it was bad. If you have an editor who is like that, you fire their asses immediately, because that is not what an editor does. An editor teaches you. You should be learning from your editor. Okay? You should be, after a few books, it should be to the point where um you both know what to expect from each other. Okay? But you have to have a kind editor. Um Oh, college professors. Don't even get me started. Yeah, Angie, I don't use Grammarly. Hi, Katrina. Um, yeah. So if you have an editor like that, I suggest you fire them immediately and find a better one. And make sure they're actually okay. There are different kinds of editors. Okay. We have line editors who, maybe Annabella can explain this better. I know when I'm writing, I want a deep developmental editor. I want someone who's going to help me make the story better. I don't want to send someone a book and them just, check for commas and M dashes and whatever, and then just say, "This was great." Well, I know it wasn't. I'm not stupid. Okay. I've been at this long enough. I know it's not instantly great. Might have been good. But the editor's job is to help you make it even better. And I know this pisses some people off. I really don't care. I don't care. I don't care how many books you've published. I don't care how many awards you've won. I really don't care. You can always improve your writing. That's just my personal opinion. And you shouldn't be afraid to learn something new or to try new things. Um, But yeah, I think every author's goal should be that each book is better than the last, right? You want to write, and when I say beautiful stories, I don't mean, necessarily like flowery prose, right? Because I know some people who write really beautiful stories in their contemporary. So I don't necessarily mean flowery prose, good prose, powerful prose that will make your reader go, "Oh, shit," or laugh out loud until they pee their pants, right? If your readers is sitting there going, "I still haven't figured out what this story's about," after the 50th page, I'm sorry. Don't be so attached to your story that you can't take advice from someone, okay? And I ran into people who do that. "What'd you think of my story?" "Well, I thought, X, Y, and Z, good bones, whatever, and I think you need to do, maybe you should try whatever." "But what'd you think?" "Well, it had good bones. It was a good, but did you love it?" "No." And you can't say no because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But when you try to give advice, they're like, "Oh, you just missed the whole point." Well, if I missed the whole point of your story, darling, that's on you, not on me, because you didn't write it to where I could understand what your point was. Does that make sense? So don't be afraid to learn something new and to make your writing better. And over the next few weeks, that's what Wednesday Nights with the Wench is all about. We're going to start something called How to Write Gooder. I know it's a twist on words. And we're going to learn about scene setting, how to make characters like your hero. Who in the hell does he think he is? That's going to be a night that we talk about nothing but making your hero, talking about the deep dive into character development. And then the following week, it could be your heroine. Is she too stupid to live? Yeah. Meaning what? And it isn't just your heroine, right? It's your characters. Why are they doing what they do? I mean, we are going to go in deep dives on all these different subjects. Scene setting. I love setting scenes. And I think scene setting is vitally important. Yeah. Um, there you go. Virtual assistants are awesome. I've got one. She's phenomenal. She does my newsletters for me. Okay. Bella says, I had a beta reader start her feedback and told me she was afraid to tell me my book child had an ugly nose. LMAO. She was right. We tweaked it and it worked better. There you go. See? Oh, you like my humor? Not everybody does. I don't care. Hi, Lila Crane. So anyway, so that's what Wednesday nights with the Wench is all about over on YouTube, is just better writing. And what we do on Friday nights is I answer questions that authors have messaged to me or emailed me. If you have any questions that you would like to ask me, just shoot me an email, susan@susantisdale.com, or leave me a message on Facebook. And I don't recommend leaving a message on YouTube because I don't always see them. Send me a reminder for Wednesdays, will you? I sure will. I sure will, Annabella. I would have vibered it, but I didn't want to seem pushy. But yeah, I'll send you a reminder. But we just dig deep. And I love doing that. I could talk for hours, but we've already been at this for over an hour, so I think it's time to go. And so you all can get to writing. And God, I hope to see you Wednesday night. Oh, you forgot to. That's why you haven't answered any of my damn messages, Annabella. That's okay. You was sick. It's all right. We know. It's okay. I still love you, darling. But anyway, I'm gonna let you all go. I haven't had supper yet. I'm getting hungry. Next time you donut. Oh, I love you, Belle. I love you, Annabella. So anyway, next Wednesday night is gonna be powerful. I hope you can join me again live on my YouTube channel. At 7 p.m. Central Time. So that's 8 o'clock Eastern, right? Oh, hell, I don't know. Y'all can figure it out. You know what time zone you're in. Right now it's 8:32 here. Oh, you're going to go to bed. Yeah, YouTubes. You are so mean to me, but I love you, and that's okay. Yeah, we're going to really dig into it. Yes, it's the middle of the night for you. Yep, because you're in a whole different time zone. You're welcome, and Aurora, thank you for your kind words. I really mean that. I really truly do. And for those of you, I had some people reach out and say, "Well, I watched YouTube, but I couldn't leave a comment because they want me to have my own channel." Now, if you've got a Gmail account, that's all you need. That's all you need. And if they say your own channel, Shannon will help you because I don't know what it means, but I just know that you don't have to have an actual YouTube channel to make a comment, but you can subscribe, and that will help you leave a comment. And when you go to hit subscribe, they just want your Gmail address, I think. I don't know. You guys can figure it out. You're strong, smart, capable women. I have too much going on, and I'm hungry, and I can't think straight. But anyway, I love you all. I think you all are awesome. And pursuit. What? I have this little please scanner app. So okay, Bella says just log into your Gmail on a normal browser, then open YouTube, and it should open using your Gmail name. That's what I thought. But anyway, I have this police scanner app on my phone, and it'll pop up every now like a high-speed chase, and it'll tell you what county, and you can go listen. Or they'll say, officer needs help now, or there was a wreck, or search and rescue is dredging rivers for bodies. I know it's bad, but I like true crime. I can't help it. But anyway, I hope you all have a great, great weekend. We have a family reunion tomorrow. I'm so excited. It's been a couple years since I've seen family because COVID sucks. Big, hairy, green, gangrenous donkey nuts. I ain't afraid to say it. To the coppers on the CB radio. Oh, we had that growing up, and it was so much fun. I'm going to have fun with my family. I am. She kind of bad. Hi, Goosey Woosley. But anyway, I do like listening to police scanners around the country. I think it's just really cool. But you are welcome, Aurora. I think you're awesome, and just don't give up. And we're all in this together, and we can get through it. Anytime you have any questions, just seriously email me, Susan@SusanTisdale.com, or you can send a text to the number after you've subscribed to get a free book when you sign up for text from me. And but I do recommend DMs on Facebook because I do have that on my phone, and that one pops up immediately. Because sometimes I put focus on my computers and my phones and everything. And you should do a Google form for the lives for questions. Oh, that's a good idea. We'll do that next time. Thank you, Annabella. I appreciate that. Hi, Kate. Hi, KJ Montgomery. Oh, good. Good. But anyway, I'm going to go. I love you all. I think you're all awesome. We're going to get through this. And I'm just looking forward to seeing you all every Wednesday and Friday night. Ta-ta for now. Have a good one.